everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
The stakes have been raised here in the wildcard round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Saints going up against the Cardinals. So let's send you out to the Valley of the Sun as we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. They come up in an offset eye. Now Palmer. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
One thing we often talk about is setting the tone in a game. How about this? They came after him on play 1 and put him on the turf and forced an incompletion.
Something for him to think about immediately right off the bat.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to back off either. I think that they had success on the first play. Typically, when a defense does that, they've announced to you that this is what they plan to do throughout the game.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Now Palmer. He's got time. And there's a flag on the play. He checks it down here to Ellington.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Here's Ellington. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing that you find out on a sweep play is the fortitude of the people running it. Because that is a run, and then there's some contact when you finally get to the edge. And those guys who can hold that point of attack and hold up on that contact, they create the plays that we just saw there. Really nice play by the defensive guys.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Now on 4th down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. from Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And when you think of Drew Brees, you think of production and you think of competitiveness. That guy competes on every snap, whether he's throwing it, moving around in the pocket, calling plays, you name it, he knows how to rally a team.
Now it's Dixon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The headshots here of the offensive unit, and what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On first down, Brees. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
Yeah, he had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brees again here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Now Brees on 3rd down. A dump off for Dixon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake. Brees backing up. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Brees going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
Yeah, maybe a little of both. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Here's Dixon. Shreds the tackle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run it with Dixon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So 1 quarter in the books here the opening weekend of the NFC playoffs. 0-0 our score. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports are Head and Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Barth puts it through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Palmer on first down. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract. Now Breeze lost the football. Escape move, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Barth puts it through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
10 yards still left on second down. On the ground, Ellington. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that is what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, Palmer. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Second down following the run. Again, they run with Ellington. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. This is Ellington. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Let's go. 1-18.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Chris Johnson, the running back. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
So it's been a battle of field goals here early on. I guess if this were a soccer game, it'd be 2-1, but instead here it's now 6-3.
You mean if this were a football game? Give credit to both defenses, though. When push comes to shove here early, they've held the line. And neither of these offenses have been able to break through.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. We focus our attention on the Cardinals defense now. And a really nice job last time. Offense had great field position, but they were able to hold them just 4 plays, and they had to hit the field goal.
We saw the benefits of practice there from the defense, though, didn't we? Because most teams, when they got that type of field position that they have to start defense on, they treat it almost like what we call sudden change. You know, after a turnover or a big kick return, whatever that is, you tell the guys, listen, you got to bow up. You got to get in there. Make sure you don't give up any more than a field goal.
They bowed up all right. We'll see if they bow up again. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. On the return is Peterson. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. First down, it's Palmer. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And that'll be incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, it's Palmer. Surveying the field. And he's got his man on the out route. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Butler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And they'll run it here. And he's able to get this. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Peterson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Palmer on 1st down. He checks it down here to Ellington. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the 2nd quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all time. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Saints with the ball midway through one. Breeze got the completion here. 1st and 10. They're going to come away with another sack. And the pass and catch will end up going for 16 yards. Following the forced fumble, Calais Campbell getting to the QB for the sack. This will go as a loss of 10. Third down at the 36. Palmer finding his mark across the middle of the field, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Williams to return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. To throw is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A.J. Hawk in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Breeze to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Still remaining here on 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down, here's Palmer. He's got Floyd out left. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach, because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Cardinals are going to have it now, first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman, because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
One receiver right, that's Brown. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Nick Fairley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So all 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
And all these field goals are great, but it's touchdowns that win games for you in the NFL. So you just wonder if settling for 3 on some of these drives is going to come back to haunt them.
And after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Williams to return. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your deep.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Kimdichie in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's why Robert Kimdichie was a first-round pick. His versatility, being able to rush the quarterback from any angle on the defensive front, and usually his speed and quickness is going to win the day. His 2nd sack of this game.
second down. Here's Breeze. Penalty marker is down here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, and the defender took some liberties there with a late hit, roughing the passer.
The league has done a great job of defining what is a late hit. An illegal contact on a quarterback, the defenders really have to get in line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding time. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. A dump off for Dixon. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
You're watching the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
Good call.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Tyson Alualu in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ellington. Look at the spin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Great protection. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Now it's Palmer. He's got time. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Williams to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Breeze now on first down. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every third down like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's got time in the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. To throw is Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. Breeze to throw. Surveying the field. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Back to throw, Breeze. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his fullback there, Zach Line. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now Breeze again. Caught right side at Snead. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Gearing up to go again here on offense, Andre Ellington works his way back out there. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to... And the Saints signal for another timeout. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Get ready.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Get ready.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.